If someone knocks down your tower, rebuild it before screaming and yelling. This is going to be a very long, drawn-out metaphor, but it's important. Get ready. In life, you may build a tower. And then somebody that didn't build the tower, or couldn't build the tower, or didn't have the time to build the tower, or didn't understand how hard you worked on the tower, will knock it down, or knock a piece of it down. And you will want to throw a tantrum. You'll want to kick and scream and be like, I can't believe they knocked down my tower. Other people didn't get their tower knocked down. They didn't appreciate my tower. They didn't realize how hard it was to build. And you need to take a breath. It's very tempting to freak the heck out when your tower gets knocked down, or a piece of it gets knocked down. And instead of screaming and yelling and creating chaos, rebuild the tower first. Now, it's not always a tower. For example, like, it could be a project that you built that somebody accidentally ruined. It could be a book that you were writing that somebody accidentally edited without your permission. Or it could be a tower that you built that someone just thought should look different or should be knocked down. But hear me out. Before going on a rampage, rebuild the tower first. Because if you throw a tantrum after your tower is knocked down and it's still on the floor, your tantrum is going to hurt people that don't need to be hurt. This is gonna sound like a very messed up metaphor, but let's talk about something that was one of the most serious events in American history, 9/11. Quite literally, our towers got knocked down. And instead of focusing on rebuilding the towers and making sure the lives lost were supported and everyone was safe and okay, we threw a tantrum. We declared war on Iraq like within that week. Fun fact, Iraq wasn't even the people that knocked down the tower. We just started killing random people in other countries and bombing them because our tower got knocked down and that was our tower and those were our lives and you messed with us and it's not fair, and we threw a tantrum. And our tower got knocked down, and instead of being like, let's rebuild the tower and make sure everything's fine, we went on the offense and we started blowing up people in relationships. Same thing for small towers. Same thing for relationships and projects. If your tower gets knocked down, rebuild it first before screaming, yelling, and blowing things up. Because once your tower is rebuilt, or your book is re-edited, your dance is fixed, or your tower is back to normal, you may not feel the need to like blow things up and punish people. It's just a go-to response when something that you are working on is changed or broken. The human response is like to go and destroy and break somebody else's thing, when really you just want to make sure your thing is built. And once it's rebuilt, then you can be like, hey, maybe please don't knock over my tower the next time. Or you can dole out consequences if you need. If they should have known better, that's all fine. But all about restorative justice. When someone knocks over your tower, rebuild it first before doling out punishments on people that may not deserve it. Rebuild the tower. I hope this helps.